So Rohit, can you please tell me what is hard assert and soft assert in Selenium?
Yes, there are two types of asset. One is hard asset and second is a soft asset. Hard asset will, if we apply hard asset, then it will stop the execution of program at the same time. But if we apply soft asset, then it will execute as it is. But at the end of execution, it will give you all logs of your except any exception on interrupt or interruption. So for that we write soft asset dot assert all. And for hard asset, basically the syntax of both are same, but for soft asset we have to create a object of a soft asset class. But for hard asset we can directly use asset dot asset equal, and for soft asset we need to write uh, soft asset dot asset equal using the reference variable of soft asset.
Okay. For hard assert, we can also use assertion class. Assertion A1 is equals to new assertion A1 dot list of methods.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine. So you're just saying that hard assertion we use whenever there is a failure, it will stop the program. This is what you're saying, right?
Yes, we want to get the major, if there any major issue, like any login functionality issue. So
Hmm.
for that time we can use hard asset. But if we need to validate the multiple issues like UI issues or uh, uh, any like page adjustment issues, that time
Hmm.
we can basically use a soft asset for a minor issues that we can ignore and collect the logs later.
Got it. Understood. Fine. So can you also tell me what is the procedure of taking a screenshot in Selenium?
Yes, for taking a screenshot, first we have to typecast the text screenshot as text screenshot interface with the driver reference variable using a text screenshot. TS is equal to in bracket text screenshot and then driver, and then we need to store it under a file. Okay, TS dot text screenshot as a output type file, and then will again create one object of file and store that in a destination. Okay, file is equal to that we provide a path of that taken screenshot, and then under a file handler dot uh, using source destination will pass that argument under file handler syntax. So there will store that taken screenshot.
Which method is responsible for taking screenshot?
Get screenshot as.
Get screenshot as. Okay, got it. Got it. Understood. This is great. Yeah. Can you also tell me how to just tell me how to do parallel testing?
Yes, for doing parallel testing, we need to add uh, parallel uh, parallel in our XML file, and then we can apply that for methods, for classes, for a test. So we can do parallel testing with our class also or method also. Just we need to mention parallel is equal to test, parallel is equal to method, and then under the classes tag, we need to mention that class name or method name under our TestNG.xml.
Got it. But no need to change anything in the test case?
uh, as I know, I did directly directly from TestNG.xml. I don't think we anything we need to change under.
See, how will the test case will know that using which browser you want to launch? So you
Oh,
have to use here a parameter called as annotation called as. You want to tell me?
uh, yes, parameters
Parameters.
to
That's right.
browser, and then
Hmm.
we'll provide a name and value. Name is equal to browser and value is equal to like Chrome, and then we have one logic that if browser is Chrome, then execute Chrome browser. Else,
Exactly. That's great. Yeah. Can you also tell me Selenium components? How many Selenium components are there?
Yes, we have four components: Selenium grid, Selenium web driver, Selenium RC, and Selenium IDE. Okay, Selenium WebDriver is very popular currently. Most of industries using that. Selenium RC is deprecated. It's a Selenium remote control, and it's replaced with the Selenium WebDriver. And Selenium grid is used for running multiple test cases on multiple machines, okay, at the same time. For that, Selenium grid is used. And Selenium ID is a playback tool. There they provided one ID, ID application. There you can record and then execute that Selenium script using a recording.
Got it. Record and playback. Okay,
Yes.
that's fine. Can you also tell me, um, like any syntax? Can you tell me of CSS selectors? At least tell me 3-4 syntax should be sufficient.
Yes.
Can,
If
can you
if
share your screen and write in the notepad?
Yes, yes. Let me share my screen.
Hmm.
Is it visible?
Yes.
So suppose we are locating using ID, then we directly like hash ID. This is the syntax for ID.
Hash
Then
ID's value, correct?
yes, yes. This is basically syntax for locating element using ID
Got it.
using CSS selector.
Hmm.
Then dot class name. So directly using dot class name, we can
Hmm.
use CSS.
Got it.
And then mm, using CSS, I know these two syntaxes.
Okay.
There are more than this, but yes, I know what these two. By CSS value also we can uh,
Show me.
uh,
Okay, let me help you. Other than these two, we also have one more with the help of the tag name dot class name. You remember?
yes.
Tag name dot class name. Okay.
Diagram dot class.
We have one more tag name attribute name is equals to attribute value. Do you know this?
Yes, I know actually. I
There
did.
is one. Okay, that's fine. There is one more tag name, class name, attribute name is equals to attribute value. There is one more with a caret symbol. Remember? Caret, you remember? A caret.
Yes, it's a bit different.
Then you can pass the partial of the attribute value. So there are various ways of writing the CSS. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Can you create a new class?
Okay, you are saying here in Notepad.
Yeah, in Eclipse. In Eclipse, can you create a new class?
Okay, sure.
Yeah, create a class. Give a new name. Yeah. Okay. Uh, I want you to create 2-3 test and create a XML file for it, and show me practically how we can make use of a running 3 files or 4 files from a common XML file.
Uh, oh, okay.
I'm indirectly asking you to create a XML file with 3 classes in it. So this is your first class.
Okay, for parallel execution.
No. I don't want you to do parallel testing. I just want you to run them like from a common XML file.
Okay, okay.
You getting right my question?
Yes, we have to create 3 classes and then
Create
run those
XML
three
file
tests.
for those three and run it.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
I don't want any kind of parallel or cross browser. No.
Okay. I did this previously, but actually I'm not able to recall now.
Okay. Search.
Okay. From here, convert to TestNG. Here we can create TestNG.xml. This is okay. So here write new class.java. Okay. Added these three test cases here.
Okay, this is great. This is fine. Okay. Can you also tell me what is the purpose of POM, page object model?
Yes, using the page object model, uh, we can store our locators of a page under one class and utilize them to under our test script. Okay, so we can achieve page object using a page factory. Okay, so we need to define the all locators under our page class.
What is the purpose of it and why we are doing that?
Yes, we are doing this for avoiding repetitiveness of locators for each test script and avoiding the for a better maintainability of our framework. We are using a page object model, so we can easily update and manage the our locators under our repository.
Okay, got it. Uh, can you also tell me some Selenium exceptions that you have experienced?
Yes. No such element exception, then stale element exception, then
Hmm.
another way, no such a window exception, illegal argument exception,
Hmm.
uh, uh, the element is not interactable exception.
Hmm.
So these are exceptions.
Element not intractable exception.
Yes.
That's fine. Can you also tell me how Maven project is better than Java project?
Because Maven project provide by default the framework of for maintaining and managing our test cases. By default, Maven will provide us pom.xml. Using that, we can manage our dependencies, libraries, and plugins. So Java won't provide this. So that's why Maven is preferable for automation framework.
Got it. Can you also tell me what is TestNG listeners?
Yes, test engine listeners are used to observe the execution of our test case.
Hmm.
So using those listeners, we can take a screenshot when our test failure or our test success. So if we want to do any action while execution of our test case, so performing that action, we are just using listeners.
Like what?
Like a taking screenshot and if there any activity which needs to perform for each test case, for that also
Hmm.
we can use the listeners.
Got it. Fine. Can you also tell me why, first of all, is it needed for a particular test case to retry if it is failed? Is it needed?
No, for each test case is not needed, but suppose if there any test case and we know that will be fail while execution, so
Hmm.
for that we need to uh, retry that specific test case.
Hmm. Okay.
If there any flaky test case, so flaky component, so for that component we can uh, write retry.
Any idea how to do that?
Yes, using a iRetry analyzer interface. uh,
Hmm.
mm,
Can you tell me the steps, please?
so for implementing iRetry retry logic, so we
Hmm.
have to first implement iRetry analyzer interface, okay,
Hmm.
using one class, and under that class we have to write one logic for retry our test cases.
Hmm.
And using that class we have to mention with our test case that retry analyzer is equal to that class name dot class. Okay, so this syntax we have to provide with our at the rate test annotation. So using this we can retry.
And logic, is
Yes,
that something that we have to write or it can come
yes, yes.
automatically?
we have to write first we have to implement the unimplemented methods of that Retry analyzer interface, and there we have to write logic that initial count and expected target count. So we'll mention initial count as a 0 and our expected iteration count, and then we'll write their if condition, and there will write if initial count is less than expected count, then we will return true. Okay, then that iteration will goes ahead, and then we'll again return false once that iteration is done. So this logic we need to write there.
Got it. That's fine. Can you also tell me how to handle an iframe?
Iframe. Okay.
Just give me a rough idea.
Yes. First, we have to switch to that frame using driver dot switch to frame, and then we'll need to interact with the frame elements. Okay. So and then after performing operation, we'll have to revert back using uh, frame dot default content or a default frame. So we'll revert back to our original page.
Original page. Okay, that's great. What is JavaScript popups?
Yes, JavaScript popups are designed using JavaScript. So for that, we need to handle those using like a alert. Okay, alert dot accept or alert dot dismiss. Using
Okay.
alert class, we can handle those popups.
Any idea if I don't handle the JavaScript popup, what can happen?
The current web page will don't permit you to perform the actions or interact with the elements, so it will block your interaction with your current page.
Okay. No, will I get any exception if I do that?
No, exception will not get, but the window operating system will get some exception sound, like you can't perform ahead. So you have to click on that JavaScript pop-up before performing next operations.
No, we will get one exception called as unhandled alert exception.
Okay.
You are also correct that it will stop it. Yes, it will stop it because of this exception called as unhandled alert exception. This is
Yes.
fine.
While executing script, it will get, but manually we don't get any exception.
Yeah, manually, how can we get correct? That's fine. Can you also tell me how to scroll up and down?
Yes, using a JavaScript executor interface, we can there is a scroll up by we have to provide the x and y axis like 0 500. If we provide js.execute script scroll up by 0 500, then it will scroll up, and if we change the axis from 500 0, then it will scroll down. And another method is there. If we don't want to use the JavaScript executor, we can just use a robot class and press page up key or page down key. That we can also use here.
That we can also use. Okay, that's great. Okay, that's all from my side, Rohit. You have good knowledge now, and I can see you are able to answer my question. But I feel you need to do little revision because somewhere you're not looking much confident.
Yes.
So you can do little more revision